Welcome to episode 5 on building a new construction home with Ben Davis, BBG Construction. Thank you for again letting us do
Having
this.
fun, yes.
It is fun. With episode 5, it's insulation, drywall, and there's a lot of insulation that's been put up. So can you kind of run through what types of insulation do you use and what is the process?
Correct. So right now this is the kind of the final stage before we put drywall up, and then we start doing all the finished pretty stuff in the house. So this is all stuff that people don't see what's behind the walls when you're building a custom home, or I guess any home.
Right.
What we do, and I would say still a lot of people aren't doing this yet, is we do spray foam insulation. So this is a exterior wall, as you see here. This is all, this is open cell spray foam. So it's a little softer. They also make one called closed cell, and it's
denser.
You don't put as much in, but it's harder. It's like hard like a rock.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah, see,
okay, that's
so yeah, we spray foam all our exterior walls, our joists, or floor joists.
This is not. Is this an exterior?
This is an exterior wall.
Because outside.
Outside's the patio.
Yeah. Okay.
And then once the drywall's in for the ceiling, then they'll come back after the drywall's up, and we'll spray down on top of the drywall.
This same
stuff.
Okay.
Yep. So another thing you'll see is this is insulation too.
Yeah, this is the stuff that itches.
Yes, but this here, from here on, we're inside the house now. So like, well, why am I insulating an interior wall?
Good question.
This is all for sound. So this is the master bedroom.
Genius.
So we always put this up in bedrooms, like the master closet or bathroom you see there. So it's all sound related. So you're not living in a noisy house.
So, because my question is, what is that difference in cost when you're doing something like that, where you're adding just for interior walls? How much would you say that increases in cost for the buyer?
$2,500 maybe.
Yeah. I feel like that's 100% worth it.
Yeah. I mean, this is.
It's quiet. Even if standing in this room right now, it's really windy outside.
Yep.
Like super windy. It's a gloomy day, and you really can't hear.
That's definitely this.
Yeah.
This stuff here, we love it because it makes the house tighter. Also, like you were talking about, you cannot
sound dampening.
Quieter. Windy days, all that stuff. Yeah.
That is way better.
Yep.
So you used to use this, but just feel like this is a superior product.
That is correct.
And when they come in and they spray it, can you explain? Because you can kind of see that it looks like it's cut. So what are they?
Yeah, so hopefully we'll try to get some video of that. Like, we're almost done, so they still got to come back and do some. Okay. But what happens is they have this gun and they just spray a little bit, and then it just expands. Yeah. So it's still, like, I'm sure everybody's bought a can of spray foam at the hardware store.
Yeah.
Similar. How you spray and it gets bigger.
Right.
Similar thing.
And then somebody comes by and is cutting this?
Exactly, yep. Or sometimes they have a machine. It depends on how they will come and cut it up,
It's just kind of nice because it's smooth.
Yep.
Now, is there any effect of, like, once you get the drywall up and somebody wants to, put nails in the wall, right? Nothing is affected. It doesn't compromise.
Nothing. This is definitely the spot where it's like we're double checking, triple checking things.
Oh, yeah.
So we could actually, we'll go in the kitchen here in a second.
Okay.
We can talk about some things with, like, we've just double checked, triple checked, because once drywall's up, it's just more inconvenient to move stuff.
Right.
We can still move stuff, it's just a little more inconvenient.
So the buyer comes out, you go through room by room and are checking things like that?
Yeah, we're checking, like, even like last week, we moved a couple more outlets or added a couple more outlets, just last minute things, just to make sure it's.
Yeah. Not quite put the bow on it, but make sure that it's kind of closed up and ready for that next stage.
Yeah.
How often does it happen where you put up the drywall and you notice, because I think sometimes, like, you can't see, like, even like the lights, right? I feel like I see this with lights a lot. You get the drywall up and then you notice that they're not really centered or correct and you're having to cut a hole.
Well, that example, we're checking that right now a lot.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I don't know if we talked about that over here in the master closet or master bathroom.
Yeah.
That's why you see these wires right here, is that we don't put this light up, this vanity light, until we have the center line of the sink on point. So then what we do is we cut a hole somewhere in here, and then we'll pull that wire out.
Pretty much everything here is as is, but you've done a little bit in the kitchen at this point, right? So why don't we head to the kitchen and see what you're doing there? Okay, so
So in the kitchen, like I said, we're double checking, triple checking everything. We even here, you see that we've marked out like where the cabinets will be on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is the island. And you see we got a 30, a 24, a 24, and a 30. Well, after we kind of tweaked some stuff.
So you have the countertop though that goes this way, right?
Yes.
So this is just the cabinet itself.
Exactly, those are the cabinets. So the
Okay.
island will be about, yay big by yay big.
Huge.
Yep. So after we are actually tweaking some stuff on the back wall, so we're losing 9 inches. So we really need to lose some 9 inches on the island.
Because of the space
Yeah,
here, so
we
you're
like
going
to
to go in
We want this to be kind of lined up. The back cabinets in the island, that side to be lined up, but we still need to keep our walkway here.
a certain amount of space.
Yeah, we like to do no less than 42, like that's gonna be 48 inches there, this is gonna be 42 inches here. We're getting rid of this 9-inch cabinet, so it's gonna bring this whole wall this way, 9 inches.
Okay.
So when we do that, to get our 9 inches plus keep our 42, we got to get rid of 9 inches here.
Right.
So what we did was instead of a 30, we're going to do a 27. Instead of a 24 drawer, we'll do a 21 drawer. Instead of another 30, we do a 27.
So each individually, it's not like you're just taking one and shrinking it. You're still making
cabinets usually move by every 3 inches. Yes.
Is there cabinets over there too?
Yeah, we're gonna have cabinets over there. So there's a pantry cabinet, refrigerator, another sink, and we'll have upper cabinets there too and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now that I've moved it, I know I'm gonna have to move this wire because these wires are for the plugs for the island.
Oh.
So that one's gonna have to move over, which is not a big deal. And then I'm gonna have to double check my outlets here because we had them kind of centered up over that 36. So now we're shrinking it, so we're gonna have to adjust a little bit.
Let's go to the basement.
Sure, let's go see what's going on down there.
I have some questions.
Okay, yeah.
For that. So this is the master bedroom, so the master's above.
So we're underneath the master bedroom right now, correct. And so one little extra step that we do even on the master, you can see we actually spray foamed the floor / ceiling of this room.
So why did you spray foam versus using the
This
pink?
is even more sound deafening, yes.
So really the sole purpose was just so that when anybody is in the master, it's,
Yeah.
and I will say, I haven't said this yet, but it's ridiculous because we've been in this house.
There's the guy outside mowing right now.
How much sound it's eliminated.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't notice this last time, but you have a cord or wiring that kind of zigzags up here in the ceiling versus just like a straight, why?
So that is, and you know what, we got some there, and we'll talk about that too. So that was kind of like in the master where I said, hey, there's some wire in the wall for the vanity light.
Yeah.
Because we don't know exactly that dead center until the sink is in, the faucet's in, is all that. So this is where a dining room table will be. So we don't know for sure, one, how big the table, and where, so we can then put that, make sure it's center.
So when you get that, will you pull that straight or will it always just be like that?
It's just extra wire.
Okay.
Yeah. So kind of even like here, if you look, the island, see that? There's a whole bunch up there for the island too. That's for the pendant lights, same thing. Until we get this island set with the countertop on it, we will then figure out exactly where we want those lights. We'll poke the holes in, we'll put the boxes in, and we'll be ready to go.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever noticed that in a production build, so that's why I was curious as to like how or why that was. And you only have it in certain spots.
I call it the finish lights where all the finishes are.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Because over here in this other bathroom, in the powder bath, we're doing sconces. So same thing, depends on like where the mirror is, how high we go, left to right, all that stuff. So same, yep.
I see something that I have a question about.
Okay, go ahead.
We're going to the garage.
All right. How I insulated my garage?
No.
Oh.
You did the high door.
Did we not get that last time or show that?
No, because remember, it wasn't here, and you said, let's do it at some point, and I was like, let's do it later, but it's the high.
Yeah, so we call these high lifts, so see how it goes up and hugs the ceiling compared to like
every house?
I could like hit the track, like no, so we do that, yep.
Is this the one like you did at the Homerama where it's going to also be where the garage door is?
It's going to be over here. So they're called jack shafts. You see there's no thing in the middle here?
Right.
It's going to be over here later at the finish. There'll be a control.
Okay.
The opener's mounted on the wall.
I really like that. This is an insulated garage door.
It is. That's, right. Something else.
The insulation, like that's a big thing because in the wintertime, we have really cold winters. And there are times in our garage where it is, I mean, things are freezing.
You probably, I'm glad you said it. I mean, see, the garage is insulated.
Yeah.
A lot of production guys are not.
Well, they will only do
that wall right there.
Right. They will only do an interior wall. They won't do any exterior walls.
Yep. But see how you can see the house and you don't see any insulation? Well, the drywallers need to come, put the drywall up, and they put the drywall on the inside of the house. So once the drywall's up, then the spray foam guys come back, spray foam it, then they put the drywall from the garage side.
Just right here.
So this
and also that wall over there too?
Anything that's, call it inside the house, like a.
Okay. So all of that will be the spray foam versus the pink.
Yep. That's why it's not up right now.
And everything will be drywalled out here. You don't leave it blank.
And we put trim out
trim.
Here. Yeah,
do you paint it too and everything?
Oh yeah, trim it, paint it, all that
you
stuff.
fancy.
Oh yeah, fancy.
Ben, it's been a while. This looks amazing. Tell us what you've done.
Okay, well, so last time we were here, we were doing insulation. So we saw the studs, we saw the insulation, all that stuff. So we had the drywall delivered. I think we got some video of that, of them bringing it in on the big truck with the boom truck. That's a big ordeal.
That was, those are big panels.
Yeah, so most people don't know, like 4x8's not normal. Right?
No.
Like 4x12, 4x10, larger sheets to cover bigger areas.
It was huge. And they came in, like they had a dolly and they took the dolly from the door and we had to go to the garage. So then the dolly then transfers, they put it on one dolly, they take it to the garage, but they don't carry it off of the stairs. They literally transfer it to another dolly and then transfer it to, he had it down to a science.
And then they know every room how much drywall needs to be in there. So they're putting enough drywall in certain spots. Yeah. So the drywaller doesn't have to move around.
Yeah, that was actually really fun to watch. Okay.
So they delivered to the drywall, and then there's the hanging crew. That's the crew that comes in and hangs on the drywall.
Totally different crew.
Yeah, so drywall, how it works is, for most drywall, there's the hanging crew. They come and hang on the drywall. Okay. They leave. Okay. Then we call it the mudding crew. They come and put all the mud and tape, and they do all that. And then after that, it's the sanding crew, the crew that comes in and sands all the walls and makes all the dust.
Is it the same company, just different crews?
It is, yeah, just different crews,
Yeah, interesting. Okay, it's a skill set, I feel like. These walls look amazing.
Well, yeah, so now if you see, it's all white walls. So after all the drywall is done, then we bring the painter in and he paints the ceilings. So the ceilings are done now. Amazing. And then they prime all the walls. And why we do that is just to help, it shows if there's any imperfections we need to touch up or get to. And it's just, like I said, it's easier to prime right now, so that's what we do. Well, the detail is... Yeah, the ceiling came out great, didn't it? It's amazing. The copper ceiling is beautiful. Like here's the thing, I'm really picky. I will find all of the imperfections and bring them out and be like, you need to fix that. Because I know that once I see it once, I will see it for the rest of my life. Yep. These are really good. Like the lights are perfectly centered in every square. Yeah. Like we try to take some detail and time to make sure, very impressed. Okay, so you kind of walked around and told me, but we need to tell the audience. Yes. There's writing on all of the doors. Yes. Can you explain kind of what that is? So we do that before drywall, and then we'll even double check right now at this stage. Is like right here, how my trim supplier does it. I know this is door 13, so he marks what number door it is. He puts an arrow, that means this is the side the hinge will be on. The left side. Yep, and then this is a left-hand door, left-hand swing. So you do it like the hinge is on the left. Okay. So we do left-hand swing. And then it's a 2.8 by 8.0. So what that means is 2.8 is 32 inches. Okay. So take 24 plus 8, get you 32. And then 8.0 is 8 foot tall. How do you decide, I've always wondered this, because you have bathrooms and stuff, but how do you decide if the door swings in or out? Well, I mean, it should be somewhat idiot-proof. It should be, but there are a lot, like... So this room, like we're walking into a bedroom, so that'll go into the room. It goes in, out of the way, you put the switch right here to go in the bedroom. I've already very much complimented you on the amazing coffered ceilings. Yeah. But I also noticed you have flat ceilings. You do flat on all of your houses. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's the only way to go.
Is that the custom standard?
It is for us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a nicer, cleaner look. Just shows that we're putting a little more detail in compared to the ugly stamped or sprayed, whatever you want to call it, ceilings.
I have stamped and it's really annoying. Flat ceilings are very good. Do you also do flat paint then? Is that what is all on there?
We haven't got to, when we start painting, we've been using satin on our trim.
Okay.
Not
semi-gloss. You're using satin?
Yeah, we have for a couple years now.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
That makes my heart happy.
Yeah, I bet for 5+ years. Like, yeah, we're not semi-gloss people. Like, that's pretty old school.
It is.
So we're using satin on our doors and trim.
Yep.
And then we usually use a matte on the wall. Okay,
so that's it for drywall, insulation, and everything. I think we talked about a lot, so thank you. That was a lot. Next up is what?
We'll start doing the trim work, doors and trim, and then, like I said, the electrician putting plugs and switches in. But the big thing that you'll see change will be the doors and trim, trim work.
So we'll be out, that's probably in a few weeks, but it'll probably be like a month until the episode comes out. But make sure to tune in and catch the next episode, and thanks for watching.